Good morning, dear students. So far we have studied about the features of organizing as well as the importance of organizing. Now, in today's class we are going to study the different concepts of organizing. So there are basically two types of concepts prevailing in the that is one concept says that the organizing is a process. Okay, so first one is that organizing as a process. Organizing is considered to be a process. A process means that a step-by-step activities. Like according to this concept, it is believed that there are so many processes, so many activities to be conducted in the organizing, and there is a step-by-step activity, one after the other, what we have to complete. So in that way, the first concept is considered. So in the first sense, the concept is considered, organizing is considered as a concept of process. Okay, one by step activities to be conducted. Then another concept is that the organizing is considered to be as a structure of relationship. Okay, as per this concept, the organizing is considered as a structure of a relationship. So there are so many different posts are there, different relationships are there, and different employees are there working in different departments, different levels, and the relationship among them. So the main concept is discussing about mainly the relationship. There is a structural relationship among the different members of the organization, and this relationship is considered to be as the organizing. So these are the two different concepts, and we have to study these two concepts in detail in our chapter. And the first one, the organizing as a process, that we have to study. We will be studying in today's class itself. And the other one, the structural relationship, that is considered like the formal organization structure, and the informal organization is there, formal and informal organization. But that concept is given in your book, but that portion is removed by the CBSE board for this year. So, but you can just refer it and understand the difference between these two. Okay. Now let us discuss next topic is the comparison between these two concepts. So even though there are two concepts given there, and let us make a comparison between these two concepts. Okay. So now let us make the comparison between these two concepts. So when we discuss about the comparison, we can say that there are some similarities between these two concepts. So both the concepts considers organizing as a parts or a different group of activities. Different parts are there. Okay, as per this concept, both the concepts group of different parts. Okay. So there are different type of activities that are to be performed, different parts are there, divisions are there, all this grouping of activities. So both the organizing concepts considers this one. Both are accepting that as the organizing has got different parts or different like a grouping of activities are. But in the there is a difference between these two. The main difference when we consider the first one, the organizing as a process, considers the entire organizing as a step-by-step process. Okay, so there are this organizing is a step by, and it is a continuous process. Like one step will be completed, then it will go to the next step, then after that next step, then it will keep on continuing. And the main concept of this main point of this concept is the man or human being. Okay, so the human being and the activities that they are performing is considered to be the main point of this concept. So the main concentration is given on the man and the activities that they are performing. See, like one after the other, the activities that are continued. So that is considered to be the main point of the concept of process. But whereas the concept of structural relationship, in this relationship, the post has got different more attention is given on the post. So in this, the different structural relationship is created, and there are different posts are established. So like the top level manager, middle level manager, or lower level manager, or production manager. Different heads are there, different departments are there, and different posts are there. So for the post and the relationship between different posts. So the human being is not considered to be the most important point, but the post of the person, or the vacancy, or the post of the organization is considered to be the most important point in this concept. So that is the difference between. So organizing as a process considers man as the main point, and organizing is a relationship of in this point the posts are considered to be the most important point. Okay, so these are the different difference, or we can say that this is a comparison between the both the concepts. Okay. Now let us move on to the next main important topic. So the next topic is very much important one. Next we are going to study the organizing process. Okay. So in the first concept we studied that there are two concepts, and the first concept is the organizing as a process. So now let us discuss in detail about why it is known as the organizing process, or what are the different steps in the organizing process. Okay. So organizing process is considered to be a step-by-step procedure, and the first step of the organizing process is that identifying the different activities to be performed. Okay, identification and division of work. So we have to understand that what are the works that we have to do, what are the different type of activities to be performed. Okay, so identifying the different kinds of jobs that are to be performed. See, for example, if you are considering a mobile manufacturing company, so what are the different activities to be performed in that company? So first we have to purchase raw materials, we have to purchase the machineries required, then production of the products are there, isn't it? And making the product or packing of the product is there, and advertisement is there, sales is there. Okay, or finding out the market, and making demand for the product, or advertising, and other kind of activities. So different type of jobs are there. Account maintenance is there, or accounting kind of activities are there. Finance, where to find the finance for the different procedures. Okay, financial department, this finance requirements are there. Finding out the financial requirements, and we also consider sales are there. So different type of activities are there which are to be performed in the organization. Okay, so first we will identify these activities. So anything, for example, if we are considering that we are making a building, so for that there are so many activities to be performed. So first one is that we have to select a land which is suitable for the house. So we will decide that. Then we have to make the place for basement we have to make. So for that, whatever things are there. So then we have to bring bricks, means bringing of raw materials, whichever is required for making the building. Then some masons works are there, plastering is there, or brick layering, and all these type of works are there. Then making pillar and other kind of things, structure making is there. Then doors, windows, and other kind of furnitures, and all of this whichever is required. Then electricians works are there, plumbing works are there, tiling works are there, roofing works are there. So many different kinds of activities are there. Okay, so first whatever for anything is like that. See, like, for example, if there is a guest coming into your house, so then there is also you have to do lot amount of activities. First of all, you have to decide that like a bringing of the guest is there. So how the guest is coming, you have to go to the railway station or airport and bringing to the house. For welcoming the guest. Then for arrangement of your house, like cleaning and arranging, decorating, all these type of activities are to be there. Then where that guest will be staying, so for that room arrangement and all other kind of activities are. Then food requirements are there, food and other kind of things. So many activities are there. So we have to identify for whatever maybe the work that we are going to perform. There are a lot of activities are to be performed, and we have to find out what are the different works to be performed. Okay. Then the next one is that the grouping of these works. So identifying similar kind of activities and group. The next one is called as the departmentalization. Okay, so first we decided that there are so many activities to be performed. Then we find out that there are some activities which are related. So the related activities will be grouped together and made as a particular department. See, like purchasing of raw materials are there, purchasing of machineries are there. All these type of activities are related to the purchasing. So we make a purchase department, and all these activities are coming in the category of purchase department, assigned in the assigned for the purchase department. Next, like a production of mobile phones are there, production of the parts are there, internal parts are there, assembling of different parts are there, and the packaging, all these type of activities are there. That will be given to the next production department. Okay. Then after that, there's transportation and sales, advertisement, all these type of activities are there. That is given to the sales department. Then the next, like finance department is there. So different departments are there, and whichever activities are related to that, those activities will be grouped into one particular department. That is called departmentalization. And the department is divided, and the one head of the department will be decided, and he will be appointed as the head of departmental head, and under him those who are working, all the people, those who are in that department, what are the things required for that department, everything is divided and given to that particular department. So that is called the departmentalization. Then next task is the assigning duties. Okay, so this is the production. We have made a different department. This production department is there, purchase department is there, sales department is there, finance department. Different departments are there, and employees are also there in the organization. Now we will see to it that what are the duties that they have to perform. Assigning of the duties. What is the duty of the production manager? What is the duty of the purchase manager? What is the duty of the sales manager? All this, and other members are there. Under the team there are so many members are there. So we will assign. So the production department has to see to it that the entire production, and in that there may be some 20 employees are there, and in that some 3 employees are working, or some 5 employees are working for production of the different parts of the mobile phone. Another 5 members are grouping these, means assembling these different parts and making it into the product, and other people are there, they are packing it, or some persons are there, they are inspecting this one and checking whether the quality is there or not. So different activities are given to the different members. So assignment of duties are there. Okay, so what are the, see, for example, in our school there are teachers are appointed. So when the teacher is appointed, then different duties of that teacher also will be given there. Okay, what are the different duties of the teacher? Like if I am the business studies teacher, which are the subjects I have to handle, like business studies in 12th class, business studies in 11th class, English in 9th class, different classes are allotted, different subjects are given, and what are the concepts or things that we have to do in that. So common rules are there, as well as the individual rules are there. All these type of things, duties are given. Or any other additional, other than teaching, there may be additional duties will be there. So all the duties are assigned to a particular person. So by that we can understand that what are the activities that we have to perform. Okay, so that is called the assignment of duties. The next one is called the establishing authority responsibility relationship. Okay, reporting relations. Establishing reporting relations. So it means that we make a like authority and responsibility. Whom I have to report. If I am the manager, then whom I have to report, or whom I am responsible with. Okay, so who will be my boss, and who will be my superior officer, who will be my subordinates, whom I can give the orders, and from whom I can receive the orders. So these type of relationships are made. So like the top level manager is there, middle level manager is there, lower level manager is there. So top level manager will be giving command to the middle level managers, and middle level managers will be giving command to the lower level managers. So which, like if I am in a production department, the production manager will be giving the order to me. Okay, and based on the order received from the production manager only, I need to perform the activities. Okay, so this is called the reporting relationship. So from where we have to work, and whom we have to report, or whom we have to say, whom we should be follow. Okay, so this is discussed in the this step. Okay, so these are the different steps. So we studied about the process. First one is that identification and the grouping of the activities to be, or work to be performed. departmentalization is there, assignment of duties are there, and establishing reporting relationships. Okay, so these 4 steps are there in the organizing process. So this is very simple one. So, but we have to study this in details. Okay. Then the next topic that is given is about the formal and informal organization, and that topic is cancelled from our syllabus. So you can just go through it. You can refer it for the future purposes, but for time being, for this year in the exam, these questions may not be asked. But you should. It is good to know about, because that is also a good topic, and it is better to just go through it. Okay, hope you have understood about this one, and if you have any clarifications, you can contact me. Okay, thank you so much.